I just wanted to hop on real quick and do a quick little why is breakfast so important video. I get asked a lot by people who don't really feel good, like they want to eat breakfast in the morning. How important is it for me to force myself to eat breakfast? Or for people that are busy and they don't even eat until lunch because getting out the door in the morning just doesn't allow them a lot of time to eat. And then they'll say, well, what can I have for breakfast? I don't have time to cook anything and I don't want to just eat a bowl of sugar cereal. So, either of those scenarios, I completely appreciate that someone is trying to be healthy both emotionally and with their time management and not being wasteful or giving themselves a stomach ache. So, what's some solutions and why is it important? First of all, breakfast is important because it kickstarts how your body wants to begin the day's cycles of energy. Yes, you have cycles of energy through the day. You can call them your circadian rhythm. You can also call them um, your immune system actually has cycles that it goes through. So it is important for fueling in ways that makes your body happy first thing in the morning. When I say first thing in the morning, I'm not saying you roll out of bed and stuff your face. What I mean is you should have a meal before your major activities of the day. So, does that meal have to be huge? No. Should it be poor quality? Absolutely not. Here are some of my favorite breakfast ideas that also give a nice steady blood sugar level so that you don't feel tired or like you're going to tank later in the afternoon after lunch. Yes, what you eat for breakfast can impact how you feel after you eat lunch. So, first things first, our favorites, the leafy greens and veggies. Now, how do you want to start those in a breakfast? Well, it turns out you don't have to eat salad for breakfast, even though I know they do in other countries. If you don't want to, you can start with a fiber rich meal that can be whole rolled oats, or it can be uh, my dog is very distracting to me when I'm trying to think. Isn't he cute though? Hi, Belmo. Okay, so whole rolled oats is a wonderful way to start the day. And one of my favorite ways to do that very quickly is it's called overnight oats. And if you've never heard of that, it's where are you sniffing the microphone? I hope you can hear him sniffing the microphone. Um, it's where you put rolled oats in a bowl or a cup that has a lid and you seal it overnight with your favorite milk or almond milk or a milk alternative like coconut or an unsweetened variety. And then you let those soak overnight in the bowl or the cup with the lid on it. And in the morning, they tend to be very soft and very easy, ready to eat. So then there's no cook time, there's no fuss. It's already in a bowl or a cup for you to take on the road or eat at home really quick. My favorite ways to dress that up to make sure that there's plenty of fiber in there is to add some berries, add some chopped apples. Cinnamon is a wonderful way to start your blood sugar levels for the day. It's a wonderful spice in your digestive system and your metabolism. Another way you could prepare your overnight oats would be, let's see, chia seeds. Chia seeds are a wonderful way to add fiber to your breakfast, as well as thickening it a little bit so that it's not too liquidy. If you don't like it very liquidy, put a pinch or two of chia seeds in there with your berries or your apples or whatever it is that you want to put in there. And you've got a wonderful breakfast. And that oatmeal should probably not be more than the size of your fist, remember, for carbohydrates. So since oatmeal expands, we're going to measure based on dry. So for me, it would be about half of my fist size. That's about a 1/3 cup dry. Does that make sense? Because once it expands with liquid, then it's about the size of my fist. If I start with about 1/3 of a cup dry, I hope that makes sense. Another thing that you can do is mix some protein powder in your oatmeal before you go. I've done that with chocolate protein powder, and I've tried several different kinds. Some taste great and some not so much. You can also put, if you've ever heard of powdered peanut butter, PB2 or PB Fit is actually super tasty, I think, in the oatmeal. So then you've added some protein in there. And it's just a great sneaky way of adding in some more blood sugar balancing and some flavor. So let's talk about another breakfast option for people who say, I do not feel good when I eat breakfast in the morning. I feel nauseous. I just have coffee and I go. One thing I would ask you to consider is if you can tolerate coffee on an empty stomach or one of your frou-frou morning wake-up drinks, I would love for you to try different types of protein shakes with probably double the liquid in there instead of the full portion size. And what I mean is, let's say you get yourself a really yummy coffee and chocolate flavored something wonderful protein shake. And the scoops might say 2 scoops for 1 serving. What if you try 1 scoop in your coffee or in your milk or milk alternative that you choose and see if you can tolerate that? What happens is if you can tolerate it and it's just fine, awesome. Now you're starting to be able to build on something healthy because you can continue that habit. Then you're getting some calories, you're getting blood sugar balance in the morning, and it's not upsetting your stomach. But if you can have coffee first thing in the morning, why not try adding a tiny bit of coffee flavored or chocolate flavored something, right? There are other things out there, of course. You should choose what you enjoy. I love the chocolate side of things, as you can tell. The other options I've seen are salted caramel or vanilla or marshmallow. The possibilities are endless if you want to try putting a protein powder in your coffee. The only one I would hesitate to try in coffee would be a vegan powder. You might want to see if there's a money back guarantee and don't put all of your hopes and dreams in that mixing very well with coffee. Those sometimes don't mix well with a warm fluid, and they mix a lot better with a blended cold option. But if you find one that works, let me know because I would love to know. Another one not to put in hot coffee is a egg white freeze-dried protein powder mix. I love egg white protein powder. It is my go-to when I want to put extra protein into baked goods or like baked pastries, things like that. Or if I want to thicken something up a little bit that is a cooked product, or if I want to add it into something cold. But if you put it in your coffee, it will cook the egg whites and curdle and be super gross, and don't do it. I've learned the hard way. Other than that, whey proteins, whey isolate, whey concentrate. There's a lot of different varieties of nut proteins. There are very finely powdered pea protein. So go ahead and give it a try. And if you find a favorite that you love, I am so open to hearing about what you love and what works for you, because then I also can share it with other people. So that's awesome for me if you want to share that with me. One more thing that I want to mention with breakfast. Now, if you have diabetes, there is something very important to remember, which is that your blood sugar levels are highly more sensitive in the morning than they are at different times of day. If you start your day with breakfast, it should be a very good, healthy protein. Eggs, cottage cheese. Those are typically more of the go-to for breakfast. But if you want to eat fish for breakfast, go for it. I'm not stopping you. But there are definitely options that are going to be your best option if you have diabetes. Other things I just thought of, chicken sausage or a light, low sodium pork sausage that you've checked the ingredients and it's not full of weird stuff. It's just preserved with celery juice or some other natural alternative. And you can always season and spice your sausages yourself if you want to get them plain. That causes a very nice reduction in your chances of heartburn. So those would be my breakfast thoughts and recommendations and why. If you try these things and you still just cannot get into breakfast, send me a message and let's brainstorm other things, because I'm talking about the most common go-to options. But there are so many options that we need to find what works for you, because your metabolism, your immune system, your blood sugar levels, and your brain will thank you. So I hope to see you soon back here with me and ask me any questions that you have. Until then, have a great day.